Under Rule 49(2) of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business of Goa Legislative Assembly, I postpone unstart LAQ 156 to be answered in the next Assembly session. Speaker said there is small correction in the answer to unstart LAQ 101 by Shri Sankalp Amodkar at sub-question B. The information in respect of Director of Health Service may be read as 717 instead of 654. Similarly, at sub-question D, information of respect of Director of Health Service may be read as 736 instead of 673. Speaker said there is also correction in the reply to unstart LAQ number 117, tabled by Shri Venzi Vegas, MLA at sub-question D. The information in respect of Goa Medical College in provided in Annex F, which is being circulated.
Yes. Start question number 1A. Mr. Just one. Mr. Has Minister.
Speaker said the answer is as per this printed sheet.
Speaker sir, डिसेंबर 2016 सालान आमच्या नावेली एक हेल्थ सेंटर बांधले. बरी बिल्डिंग आहा, सुजन्य अशें, पूण ते 12 बेडेड हेल्थ सेंटर म्हणून तेजें उदकाण जालें. पूण तें उदकाण करतना थंय जो कितें स्टाफ जाय आसलेलो तो स्टाफ अजून पासून थंय ना. त्या खातीर खुबशे अशें डिफिकल्ट जाता. लोकांक जेन्ना थंय चॅकअपाक येता तेन्ना लोकांक थंय ही फॅसिलिटी तुका हांगा नावेली हेल्थ सेंटरान मेळना. तुका ती मडगांव डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटलान वयचें पडटा अशे तरेचे सांगलें वयता. सो गेली 6 वर्सां जालीं हें हॉस्पिटल हेल्थ सेंटर उगडें जावन. सो म्हाका जे आन्सर मेळ्ळा त्या प्रमाणे की थंय खुबशे स्टाफ कमी आसा. 36 स्टाफ असो कमी आसा. जे स्टाफ थंय हेल्थ ऑफिसर एक जाय, जावं थंय मेडिकल ऑफिसर 2 जाय, पब्लीक हेल्थ डेंटिस्ट एक जाय, आयुर्वेदिक फिजिशियन एक जाय, ऑप्थल्मिक असिस्टंट एक जाय, एक्सटेंशन एड्युकेटर एक जाय, स्टाफ नर्स 5 जाय, इन्व्हेस्टिगेटर एक जाय, सॅनिटरी इन्स्पेक्टर एक जाय, इन्व्हेस्टिगेटर एक जाय, एक्सरे टेक्निशियन एक जाय, MPHW 2 जाय, LDC 3 जाय, ड्रायव्हर 3 जाय, कूक एक जाय, असिस्टंट कूक एक जाय आनी सर्वंट 10 अशे 36 स्टाफ ते कमी आसा. माझी मागणी आसा की ऑनरेबल हेल्थ मिनिस्टरा कडेन की बेगीच्या बेगीन हो स्टाफ घेवन ते फूल फ्लॅज ते हेल्थ सेंटर जावपाक जाय की लोकांक खूब ती गरज पडटा आनी ते लागीं जाता. त्याच प्रमाणे हें हेल्थ सेंटर हें सांजचे 4:30 बंद जाता. तेज्या उपरांत जर कोणी पेशंट थंय गेलो जाल्यार तें हॉस्पिटल हेल्थ सेंटर बंद आसता. सो म्हाजी मागणी आहा की हेल्थ मिनिस्टरा कडेन की आफ्टर 4:30 सुद्दां थंय एक हेल्थ ऑफिसर आसचो थंय की लोकांक जर बारीक बारीक जे कितें प्रॉब्लेम जाले ते चॅकअप करपाक ते अवेलेबिलिटी आसपाक जाय. हे दोनूय मागण्यो स्टाफ आनी रातचें सुद्दां हॉस्पिटल उगडें दवरपाचें हांव आमच्या ऑनरेबल हेल्थ मिनिस्टरा कडेन मागता आनी तो करून दितलो अशी अपेक्षा धरता.
स्पीकर सर, ऑनरेबल मेंबर श्री उल्हास तुयेकरान जे सांगला तेच हे सरकारानूच आमच्याच सरकारान ते हेल्थ सेंटर उबे केल्ले. आणि मुख्य म्हणजे कितें आसा की तेंची जी मागणी आहा तेंची इट इज एक्चुअली वॉट ही सेज अबाउट द स्टाफिंग एंड ऑल देर आर इश्यूज. But as far as the facilities that are provided, we have done our best to see that everything is provided there. Even dialysis also we are providing in that particular center. And Speaker said that hospital was one of the fine hospitals which helped us also during COVID. I assure the honorable member that there should be some rationalized overall परत आमकां रिस्ट्रक्चर करचें पडटलें. आमी कशें हें आरोग्य क्षेत्र फुडें व्हरतले कित्याक सगळ्यांक आमी जर आश्वासनां दिली इफ आय जस्ट मेक ब्लँक अश्युरन्सीस इन द हावस इट हॅज नो मिनींग. वील हॅव टू सिट डावन एंड सी हाऊ वी कॅन रॅशनलायज वॉट रिसोर्सीस वी हॅव. कारण डॉक्टर मेळपाक बी कठीण जालें आनी डॉक्टर बी आमी जितके आमी घेता आमी तेजो उपयोग करपाक मेडिकल ऑफिसर लेवलाचेर आतांच आमी मुख्यमंत्री कडेन चर्चा करताले की आमी घेतल्या डॉक्टर त्यो बी आमी तेजो वापर करपाचो प्रयत्न आसतलो. पूण बाकीचे कडल्यान रिऑर्गनायज करून तुमचे कडेन तुमच्या सेंटराक विजीट करून विथ ऑनरेबल MLA Shri Ullas, we will see how we can take things forward, what are his immediate requirements. It's a non-bedded primary health center. So we can have a 24/7 emergency service there. It is necessary. As परिस्थिती अशी झाली की रातचे facility लोकांक गरज आहे and that provision can be made. So that I will examine and I will take him and with the team we will have a review exactly how to move forward and I will keep the Chief Minister posted also accordingly.
Thank you, Speaker sir.
Star question number 2, Dr. Divya Rani.
Speaker sir, I would like to ask question 2B, sub question A.
2B.
स्पीकर सर, उत्तर सभागृहाच्या पटलाचेर दवरलेलें आसा.
Speaker sir, we have following village libraries are established in Poriya constituency under the Goa State Village Panchayat Library Financial Assistance Scheme, and we have some 6 libraries in Poriya. But I would request Honorable Minister to please have a look at the village libraries, because they are very small village libraries with hardly any reading material. I want to congratulate Honorable Minister for starting the concept of mobile libraries in Goa. There are right now 6 mobile libraries in Goa, but these are all in urban areas. So I would request Honorable Minister to start the same concept in our rural areas. So आमचे जे ग्रामीण भागान जे भुरग्यांक पळय ही फॅसिलिटी ना, reading material मेळना, जे this if you start this concept in the rural areas, maybe you can take a few panchayats as pilot projects and see what is the support you get, what is the how many people use it, and how many people what is the response you get. कित्याक आमी पळयता की ह्या village library materials कांय नासता, but if you now the concept that you have started with these mobile libraries with 5,000 books, आमच्या तर मतदारसंघान तर अशें हे तर आमच्या भुरग्यांक मेळ्ळें जाल्यार these facilities will be at their doorstep. And it will help lot of students who are trying to pursue higher education, and tanka reference books मेळटली, tanka those preparing for competitive exams, they can get easy access to reading material. कित्याक अशे tutorial centers बी आसा for competitive exams. We don't have
in question sub question विचारपा मेळटा. First question बी sub question विचारात तांकां कितें अपेक्षीत आसता.
Okay, I just want to request Honorable Minister to look into the village libraries so that these facilities are given to our people in the rural area, because these village libraries can be used by the elders. I mean, even from grandparents to grandchildren can use this place as a recreation center, and if you enhance these libraries with computers and some refurbish them, so this will be a good place for, and all the facilities that are available in urban centers can our people from the rural area can avail these, and our children can avail these things.
स्पीकर सर, अशें म्हणलें वता की वाचाल तर वाचाल. If you read, you will get the knowledge, you will gain the knowledge. आणि म्हणूनच हो एक कॉन्सेप्ट घेवन म्हजें कला आनी संस्कृतीक संचालनालय, खास करून आमचे सेंट्रल लायब्ररी, विविध भागांनी विलेज लायब्ररी, तालुका लायब्ररी, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लायब्ररी, टाउन लायब्ररीज आज सबंद गोंयाभर आज चालू आसा. अत्यंत म्हत्वाचो प्रश्न आदरणीय मेंबर्स तांणी विचारलेलो आसा आनी खूब इम्पॉर्टंट आसा. म्हजे खातें आज प्रत्येक गांवांनी पावपाचो आमी प्रयत्न केल्लो आसा. म्हज्या डिपार्टमेंटान अशें एक सुद्दां एप्लिकेशन पेंडींग ना की जे लायब्ररी जेणी कोणी मागिल्ले आसात ते आमी दिवं ना अशें. कारण म्हजो संकल्पूच आनी म्हजो विचारूच असो एक आसा, जितलें आमी वाचन करतले तितले मनशाची बुद्धी किंवा जेचे संघर्ष किंवा संकट जर आयली जाल्यार संकटाचेर निवारण करपा खातीर जे ज्ञान जें जाय तें आज खूब म्हत्वाचें आसा. आनी म्हणूनच गांवांनी सुद्दां लायब्ररी ओपन करपाचें म्हजें विजन आसा. पूण एक गोश्ट आमी लक्षांत दवरपाक जाय, बरेचशे ठिकाणी आमी लायब्ररी ओपन केल्ल्यो आसा सबंद गोंयांत. आय एम नॉट ओन्ली टॉकिंग अबाउट द पर्टिक्युलर टू द पर्यम कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी, बट ताचो वापर कितलो जाता हेवूय तितलोच एक क्वेश्चन मार्क दोळे मुखार आयिल्लो आसा. आनी म्हणूनच इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स म्हणूं नाका, टीचर फॅकल्टी म्हणूं नाकात, किंवा बाकीचे सगळे जे सोशल मळाचेर जे काम जे करतात तांणी सुद्दां ह्या वाचन जें आसा त्या संदर्भान अवेरनेस करप हें तितलेंच म्हत्वाचें आसा. आमी प्रत्येक ज्यो विलेज लायब्ररी आसात किंवा NGO बरेचशे NGO लायब्ररी चलयतात तांकां आमी योग्य टायमाचेर आनी वेळाचेर आमी तांकां पुस्तकां म्हणूं नाकात, बाकीचे लागणारे इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर म्हणूं नाकात किंवा लागणारे तांकां सॅलरी म्हणूं नाका, ते सगळे आमच्या खात्याच्या अंतर्गत आमी तांकां दीत आसात. पण एकूच मागणी आसा म्हजे कडेन सगळ्या कडेन, खास करून जे सरावंडींग जे लोक जे आसात त्या लायब्ररींचो वापर जावप हें तितलेंच म्हत्वाचें आसा. आनी दुसरो अत्यंत म्हत्वाचो मुद्दो आदरणीय मेंबरान विचारलेलो आसा ते म्हळ्यार मोबायल लायब्ररी. बरेचशा ठिकाणी आमी अर्बन एरियान आमचे मोबायल लायब्ररी आमी सुरू केल्ले आसात. बरेचशा ठिकाणी आमचे लायब्ररी जरी अर्बन एरियान सुद्दां जर सुरू जर केल्ली आसा जाल्यार ती रुरल एरियान सुद्दां आमचे मोबायल लायब्ररी व्हॅन जी आसा ती वचत आसात. आणि येदा कदाचित अश्यो काही गोष्टी स्पेसिफीक ठिकाणी विलेज लायब्ररी कडेन जर ही जर पावपाक जाय जाल्यार आदरणीय आमदारान आमच्या कार्यालयाक किंवा म्हजे कडेन संपर्क सादचो, जेणे करून त्या विलेज पंचायतीक ही आमची मोबायल लायब्ररी जी आसा ती आमी धाडटले. आमी दोन तरेचे, एक आमची उत्तर गोंयान आनी दुसरी आमची दक्षिण गोंयान, आनी तरी आसतना आनी एक दोन लायब्ररी मोबायल व्हॅन लायब्ररी घेवपाचे आमी ठरयलेले आसात. आनी हांव जितलो लोकां कडेन पावपाचो प्रयत्न करतलो आनी त्या खातीर तुमचो सगळ्यांचो आधार हो म्हाका खूब म्हत्वाचें आसा. आनी म्हणूनच ज्यो काही गोष्टी डिमांड आज सभागृहा मुखार मांडिल्ल्यो आसात ते पूर्ण करपा खातीर हांव प्रयत्न आसात. घडये आमी एक मोबायल व्हॅन लायब्ररी एक मतदारसंघा दिवपाक शकपाना, बट वी हॅव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड द कॉन्सेप्ट. आणि कॉन्सेप्ट जंय जंय आसा, खास करून आमचे हायस्कुल्स आसात किंवा खास करून जे पब्लीक जे लोक जमतात, इव्हिनिंग म्हणूं नाकात किंवा खंयचो एक कार्यक्रम जे आसता त्या वेळाचेर सुद्दां जर आदरणीय मॅडमीन जर आमकां जर सांगलें जाल्यार त्या गोष्टी कडेन त्या ठिकाणी आमी मोबायल व्हॅन लायब्ररी धरून आमी तुमची जी मागणी जी आसा ती पूर्ण करपा खातीर हांव कटिबद्ध आसा. आनी तुमकांच न्ही बाकीचे सगळ्यांक सुद्दां हांव सांगपाक सोदतां की ह्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान तुमी मुखार येवचे, कारण आमी सातत्यान म्हणटात जेन्ना विद्या ही खूब महत्वाची आसा, तर विद्येचें जर दान जर करतलो जाल्यार आपल्याक स्वताक नॉलेज आसप हें खूब महत्वाचें आसा. आनी त्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान म्हजें खातें आनी म्हजे सेंट्रल लायब्ररीचे कर्मचारी वर्ग आसात, खास करून जे गायडींग फोर्स जो आसा, लायब्ररियन्स जे आसात ते बरे प्रमाणे काम करतात. हेजी बरीच तरेची प्रशंसा आज गोंया भितर जाता, त्या बद्दल हांव खूब खुशी आसा. तुझे प्रश्नाक उत्तर दिसता आसतना तुम्ही तुमचे रिक्वायरमेंट म्हज्या कार्यालया कडेन पर्यंत किंवा म्हजे पर्यंत पावयचें ते पूर्ण करपाची जबाबदारी हांव तुमकां ह्या सभागृहांत दिता.
सब क्वेश्चन आसा ना. स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 संकल्प अमोणकर, श्री संकल्प अमोणकर.
स्पीकर सर, स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3A.
स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3A.
स्पीकर सर, उत्तर सभागृहाच्या पटलाचेर दवरलेलें आसा.
स्पीकर सर, दोन सब क्वेश्चन्स जी आसा. द नंबर ऑफ ग्राउंड अंडर स्पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटी इन मुर्मुगांव कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सी हेजे संबंधित. सेकंड B, the expenditure incurred on the maintenance of the Rose Circle ground in the last 5 years. Sub question C, the number and details of the staff provided to maintain the above ground.
तर ऑलरेडी दिल्लें आसा.
सारकें आसा उत्तरा?
म्हज्या म्हायती प्रमाणे सारकें आसा.
स्पीकर सर,
Yeah.
जी म्हाका हांगा उत्तरां मेळ्ळा म्हणून हांवें मिनिस्टराक विचारला ही सारकी आसा काय म्हणून. फर्स्ट सब क्वेश्चन A, the number of ground under sport authority in Murmugaon constituency. Maka answer dila, sir, there are no ground which are under the sport authority of Goa in Murmugaon constituency. He uttar no ground under sport authority under ekui ground na Murmugaon constituency. Sub B, the expenditure incurred on the maintenance of the Rose Circle ground in the last 5 years. तेजे उत्तर दिला, no expenditure has been incurred on the maintenance of Rose Circle ground at Sada. ये उत्तर दिला स्पीकर सर. थर्ड सब क्वेश्चन C, the number and details of the staff provided to maintain the above ground Rose Circle ground maintain करपाक तुमचो स्टाफ कितलो तेजेर म्हाका आन्सर दिला. Presently 1 MTS of Sport Authority of Goa is deployed at government ground Sada, Rose Circle ground. सर जेन्ना दोन्ही क्वेश्चन उत्तराक ए आणि बी सब क्वेश्चनाक ते म्हणटा कितें स्पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटीच्या अंडर येयना आणि थर्ड सी उत्तराक म्हाका दिता स्पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटीन एक स्टाफ दवरलेलो आसा हो ग्राउंड मेंटेन करपाक. हे उत्तर अशें रॉंग उत्तर म्हाका कित्याक लागून मेळिल्लें आसा स्पिकर सर. कित्याक स्पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटीच्या अंडर तो ग्राउंड येता रोज सर्कल. हांवें थंयसर इन्स्पेक्शन केल्लो माझे कडेन रिपोर्ट आसा. थंय इन्स्पेक्शन केला स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटीचे स्टाफ येयलेले.
पहिले प्रश्न उत्तर दिता सर. पहिले प्रश्न उत्तर दिता.
आदरणीय आमदारान जो प्रश्न हांगा उपस्थित केल्लो आसा तो तंतोतंत खरो आसा. घडये त्याचे बरोबर सायडीच्यान तो खरो आसतलो आनी जे हांव आतां उत्तर दितलें आसतलो हांवूय बरोबर आसतलो. ताणें स्पेसिफीक क्वेश्चन विचारलेलो आशिल्लो की म्हाका इज देर एनी ग्राउंड बिलोंग्स टू द स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटी इन मारगांव कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी. माय आन्सर इज नो. स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटीचो ग्राउंड ना. आतां एखाद वे देर इज अ कन्फ्युजन इन बिटवीन द SAG द स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटी ऑफ गोवा आणि DSYचे असे दोन सेक्शनांनी म्हाका दिसता आदरणीय सभापती सुद्धा ह्या स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्रीचो चार्ज घेतलो आसा. हेजे तुमकांय बरे पैकी खबर आसतलें. उत्तर सारकें आसा. ही इज ऑल्सो रायट हीज पार्ट. बट ओनली द प्रॉब्लेम इज देर जे ग्राउंड जे बाकी जर आसलो तो DSYचे अंडर येता. आनी वी हॅव गिवन अ स्पेसिफीक आन्सर टू हिम. आदरणीय आमदाराक कितें जाय ग्राउंड आसलो ना आसलो तुजे रिक्वायरमेंट कितें आसा तें सांग. Let me clear the second thing. The expenditure incurred at the maintenance of the Rose Circle ground in the last 5 years. We have not expended single money on that, but provided the contradictory answer which has been given by the my department or by me is one MTS. कशें आसा न्ही आमचे DSY जे डिपार्टमेंट जे आसा आनी स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटी ऑफ गोवा जे आसा बरेचशे ठिकाणी काही गोष्टी थोडेशे कन्फ्युजन बरेचशे पयलू करून दवरलेले आसा आणि म्हणून हे सगळे जाग्यार घालपा खातीर I have decided in future सगळे काही गोष्टी ज्यो SAGची ज्यो सगळे जे काही प्रॉपर्टी आसा इट नॉट बिलोंग्स टू द SAG. एंटायर प्रॉपर्टी इन द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा इज बिलोंग्स टू द DSYA. हे आमी लक्षात दवरपाची गरज आसा आणि त्यो काही गोष्टी थोडेशे अमेंडमेंट तातूंत भितर करेक्शन जे आसा कितें करपाचें आसा ते इमिडिएटली आय एम ऑन द वॉर फुटिंगाचेर हें काम चालू आसा आणि त्यो सगळे काही गोष्टी उत्तर तुमकां मेळटली. घडये एखादें प्रश्नाक दिल्लें उत्तर म्हजे सायडीच्यान हांव सारको आसा ताजे सायडीच्यान आदरणीय आमदारान उत्तर केल्लें आसा तेवूय सारकें आसा. बट दीस इज अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन ऑफ द DSYA आनी द SAG. बट खेळ हो एक आसा. वेदर SAGच्या ग्राउंडाचेर खेळ्ळो जाल्यार तो DSYच्या ग्राउंडाचेर खेळ हो खेळूच आसता आणि त्या दृष्टिकोनांतल्यान SAGच्यान जो MTS जो आमच्या ग्राउंडाचेर जो डिप्लॉय केल्लो आसा तो शेवट कामगार आसता. आदरणीय आमदाराक प्रश्न कितें आहा ताका म्हजे कडल्यान कितें जाय त्या ताणेन आमकां मांडचें सो दॅट अकॉर्डिंगली आय विल गिव द आन्सर.
स्पीकर सर जे प्रमाणे हांगा म्हाका उत्तर दिलें सर मिनिस्टरान हांव फक्त क्लॅरिफाय करपाक सोदता. हो रोज सर्कल ग्राउंड आसा तो स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटीच्या अंडर येता आणि हो तेंच्याच अंडर आसा स्पोर्ट ऑथॉरिटीच्या अंडर. आणि हांवें थंयसर मुद्दाम मागलेले आनी थंयसर म्हाका खूब वायट दिसलें जे आन्सर मेळ्ळा. बट ज्या प्रमाणे मिनिस्टरान सांगलेलें आसा कित्याक बाबा जे रिक्वायरमेंट आसा सद्या त्या ग्राउंडांची परिस्थिती एकदम बिकट जाल्लेली आसा. त्या ग्राउंडाचेर कसलेच मेंटेनन्स ना. आमचे रोज सर्कल ग्राउंड तसोच बोगद्याचेर आमचो एक ग्राउंड आसा. हे दोन ग्राउंड जे SAGच्या अंडर येता हे दोनूय ग्राउंडाची मातसो मेंटेनन्स ना. त्यांची जी फ्लड लायट्स घातलेली चलना स्प्रिंकल्स चलना. थंयसर जे ग्रीनरी आसा ती वॉशूच जाला. तो सगळो ग्राउंड फक्त तांबडो जावन फक्त फातरांनी उरला. जे कंपाऊंड वॉल घातलेले ते सगळे म्हणून भितर सगळी फक्त गोरवां भितर सरता. भुरग्यांक तर खेळपाक मेळना. इतलो एक सुंदर ग्राउंड आसा आनी तेज्या लागून आमी एक इन्स्पेक्शन केलेलें आनी हांवें मिनिस्टरान जें सांगलां त्या पॉयंटाचेर आतां येता. हे इन्स्पेक्शन केलेलें हांवें म्हयन्यान एप्रील मे जून जुलय 4 महिने जाले. हांवें 25 एप्रिलाक केलेले आनी तेन्ना तेंचो आमचो SAGचो स्टाफ आसलेलो आनी तेंच्यांनी वन नोट म्हाजे जे रिक्वायरमेंट आसा बारीक रिक्वायरमेंट हेजो टोटल कॉस्टिंग एक 3 लाख सुद्दां येयना. स्पीकर सर 4 महिने जाले. हांवें 2दा फॉलोअप केले. आमचे SAGचे जे आमचे इन्चार्ज आसा थंयसर वास्को तेजे कडेन फॉलोअप केले. आमचे ऑथॉरिटीचो डायरेक्टरा कडेन फॉलोअप केले. सर हे एक बारीक काम जायना. सो हांव मागता एश्युरन्स हे हावजा कडेन कितें आमचे मिनिस्टरान हे बेगीनचे बेगीन म्हाका हे आमचे रोज सर्कल ग्राउंड आनी बोगद्या ग्राउंडाची बारीक कामां आसा ती मातशी करून दिवची. हे कित्याक हांव बजेट काडपाची गरज ना टेंडर काडपाची गरज ना. बारीक कामां बारीक ते पंप चलना. तो पंप चल्लो जाल्यार आख्खी ग्रीनरी उरता. बरो मनीस थंयसर आसा काम करपाक थंयसर प्रॉब्लेम ना. एक मनीस फूल ग्राउंड हँडल करता, कांयच प्रॉब्लेम ना स्पिकरचा. ही फक्त बारीक एक 2-3 लाखाचे हे जे आसा वस्तू ती म्हाका मिनिस्टरा कडसून एश्युरन्स जाय.
आमदार सर, स्पीकर सर, विषय गंभीर आसा आणि आमदाराच्या म्हणण्याप्रमाणे बारीक काम आसा. नो ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह वायज आमी जर विचार करीत बारीक कामाक सुद्दां आमकां प्रॉपर प्रोसिजर फॉलोअप करचो पडटा. आणि म्हणूनच आय हॅव ऑलरेडी गिवन द इन्स्ट्रक्शन टू माय ऑफिशियल टू इन्स्पेक्ट द सायट अँड प्रिपेअर एन एस्टिमेट. इवन म्हजे ऑफिशियल्स खास करून आमदाराच्या बरोबर जेन्ना आमदारान म्हाका संपर्क केलो त्या वेळाचेर इमिडिएटली आय हॅव सेंड माय ऑफिशियल्स टू विजीट अँड डू द इन्स्पेक्शन अँड कॅरी आउट द नेसेसरी एस्टिमेट. ह्या एकूच हांव गोश्ट सगळ्यांक सांगपाक सोदतां की ह्या अंतर्गत जे कडेन हांवें भेट दिल्ली आसात, म्हज्या ऑफिशियल्सांनी भेट दिल्ली आसात, थंय ज्यो काही गोष्टी इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आमकां इम्प्रुवमेंट करपाक जाय ते आमी करतले. पूण थोडोसो पेशन्स आदरणीय आमदारान घेवचो आणि त्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान म्हजें एश्युरन्स ताका आसा की एखाद वेळ प्रत्येक आमदाराक दिसता आसतलें की हो म्हजो ग्राउंड हो आमचो सगळ्यांचो ग्राउंड जावन आसा. आमची भुरगीं एखादे घडये थंय खेळपाक वतलीं, पण बरीचशी भुरगीं त्या ग्राउंडाचेर आतुरतेन खेळपा खातीर वाट पळयतात. ताजी कुयदाद आनी ताजी म्हाकाय ताजी जाणविकाय आसा. आणि त्या जाणविकायांतल्यान ह्यो सगळ्यो काही गोष्टी जे ग्राउंड जे आमकां रिपेर करपाक जाय, मेंटेनन्स करपाक जाय, ताजे लायट्स ज्यो आसपाक जाय त्यो जातल्यो हें म्हजें आदरणीय आमदाराक एश्युरन्स जावन आसा.
सर लास्ट एक प्रश्न करपाक जाय. जो स्पोर्ट्स कोटा आसा, जो आमदारांक जो स्पोर्ट्स कोटा मेळटा तेजेर मातशें हेजे बद्दल वाड करपाची गरज आसा, कित्याक तो एक्चुअली आमच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीन लोकांक पावना. आणि त्याच प्रमाणे मागता परत एकदा आमचे मिनिस्टर
स्पोर्ट्स हे जाल्यानंतर वोटन अकाउंट जाल्यानंतर बाई कष्ट आमी इमिडिएटली करता. तुजोच विशय ना, सगळ्यांचो विशय तो आमी करता.
थँक्यू.
ओन्ली 2 वर्सांच जालीं स्पोर्ट्स कोटा दिवं नाशिल्लो बिकॉज ऑफ द पॅन्डेमीक सिच्युएशनाक. आतां फाटल्या वर्सा सुद्दां म्हाका दिल्लो आसूं ना ह्या फावटी हे आमचो बजेट सेशन जाल्यानंतर इमिडिएटली वी विल सी दॅट द स्पोर्ट कोटा विल बी इश्यूड टू द ईच अँड एवरी मेंबर ऑफ द हाऊस.
श्री दिगंबर कामत.
आता उलयता आसतना मिनिस्टरान सांगलें की थोडे ग्राउंड्स किंवा थोडे प्रॉपर्टीज स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटी ऑफ गोवाचे हाजेर आसा, थोडे डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ स्पोर्ट्साचे हाजेर आसा. हांव नकळो हें कशें डिसिजन जालें, म्हणजे कारण डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स अँड यूथ अफेअर्स has to be the owner of all the properties.
Absolutely
of the,
right, sir.
because it's a government department.
Absolutely right.
Sports Authority of Goa is a creation of the Directorate of Sports, where representatives of all the associations to manage the things better. At the first time, you have got director in both the position, one person. Taka lagun, this is the right time you should rectify this. कितें जातालें पयलीं डायरेक्टर ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स एक आसतालो, स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटीचो डायरेक्टर वेगळो आसतालो. थंय तें हें जायना आशिल्लें, आमी पळयलां तें त्या वेळाचेर. आनी ताका लागून कोणाचो ताळतंत्र कोणाक नासतालो. ताणें ग्राउंड मारलो, रिपेर कर म्हणटलो, तो म्हणटालो तांचो ग्राउंड तांकां सांगा. ते म्हणटाले आमचे कडेन बजेट ना, तुमी तांकां सांग. हें जावपाक जायना अशें म्हाका दिसता. सिन्स यू हॅव ब्रॉट एट बोथ द प्लेसीस द सेम ऑफिसर, टेक दीस ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी and get all the properties listed with the Director of Sports and Youth Affairs. Sports Authority of Goa काम Sports Authority करनी. Sports Authority of Goa is headed by the Honorable Chief Minister. कितें नॅशनल्स करता आनी कितें करता ते सगळें अप्रुवलां ते दिता. पूण प्रॉपर्टीचे ओनरशीप गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन आसपाक, डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन आसपाक. ते तुवें करचें, नाजाल्यार तुमी ग्राउंड बांदीत वतले आनी मेंटेन करपाक स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटी डायरेक्टरा कडेन पोट दाखयतली, डायरेक्टर स्पोर्ट्स ऑथॉरिटी कडेन पोट दाखयतली.
म्हणजे आदरणीय सभासदान विषय उपस्थित करचे पयलूच हांवें तुमच्या प्रश्नाचें उत्तर दिल्लें आसा. काही गोष्टी घोळ जाल्लो आसात त्यो म्हाज्या लक्षांत हाडिल्ले आसात आनी म्हणून ऑलरेडी हांवें तो प्रोसेस सुरू केल्लो आसात की एब्सोल्युटली द डायरेक्टर ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स अँड यूथ अफेअर्स इज अ एब्सोल्यूट ओनर ऑफ द ऑल द प्रॉपर्टीज बिलोंग्स टू द SIG ऑल्सो. आणि SIG कडेन ते चलोवपा खातीर दिल्या ह्या दृश्टिकोनांतल्यान आमी कॅल्क्युलेशन करून वी वील वर्क आउट आनी सगळ्यो काही गोष्टी प्रॉपर्टी ज्यो आसात त्यो DSYच्या अंडर घेवपाचो आमी ऑलरेडी प्रोसेस सुरू केल्ले आसात. वी वील सी दॅट ऑल द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द DSY वील बी अंडर द DSY.
Start question number 4. Cruz Silva.
Speaker, sir, let me take a question over the
Question number 4A.
Because answers as per the printed sheet.
Speaker, sir, so गोंयांत जायते बिल्डिंग आसात, सायट्स आसात, ते आयडेंटिफाय केले आर्किओलॉजिकल सायट्स म्हणून आणि त्याची केअर ASI हो स्टेट डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ आर्किओलॉजी घेता. तशेंच कन्जर्वेशन कमिटी आहा TCPची तेणेंय रिकमेंड केल्लें थोड्यो सायटो आनी बिल्डिंग्स एज आर्किओलॉजिकल व्हॅल्यूज आनी ते व्हॅल्यूज आनी हेरिटेज व्हॅल्यूज म्हणून तेन्ना कसलेंच हे बाबा झोनाक तितून कसलें कन्स्ट्रक्शन जाता सगळ्यांचें ओपिनियन जाय पडटा. सो स्टेट आर्किओलॉजी डिपार्टमेंटान 51 नोटिफाय केल्लें एज अ प्रोटेक्टेड मॉन्युमेंट्स इन गोवा आनी थोडींच कन्जर्वेशन कमिटीनी आयडेंटिफाय केल्लें बिल्डींग आनी हेरिटेज बिल्डींग म्हणून. सो म्हाका एक क्वेश्चनाचो रिप्लाय मेळ्ळा ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टरान ते कन्जर्वेशन कमिटीन आयडेंटिफाय फॉर 5 बिल्डींग केल्यात म्हणून एज अ हेरिटेज बिल्डींग. आनीक म्हाका जाण जावपाक जाय आनीकय बिल्डिंगां एज अ हेरिटेज बिल्डींग म्हणून घालपाक जाता आनी घालता जाल्यार तेजी क्रायटेरिया कितें ती.
Speaker sir, what honorable, I have given five buildings that have been identified by the conservation committee. Conservation committee can make a recommendation based on which you can put it under the this particular category. But plus तुमकां जर स्पेसिफीक कितें सजेशन करूंक जाय तुमी दिल्यार तें आमी कन्जर्वेशन कमिटी कडेन डिस्कस करून ते इन्क्लूड करपाक कांय हरकत ना. ते आमी दिवं शकता, करूं शकता म्हणटा.
सो तशेंच वेदर देर आर एनी इन्स्टन्स ऑफ वायलेशन ऑफ गायडलायन्स म्हणून क्वेश्चन गेल्लें देर आर सर्टन प्रोसिजर लॅप्सीस नोटीस म्हणून. सो म्हाका जाण जावपाक जाय आसलें प्रोसिजर लॅप्सीस कसले त्यो आनी डिपार्टमेंटान कसलें एक्शन केलें तें.
स्पीकर सर, ह्यो सगळ्या गोश्टी आयज आमी घरान बी हावसान बी जायत्यो चर्चा केल्ली आसा की कांय कडेन कन्जर्वेशन कमिटीचे रेकमेंडेशन आशिल्ल्यो, कांय कडेन वेगवेगळे हायकोर्टाच्यो डिसिजनो बी जाल्यो. पूण आय कॅन अश्योर द ऑनरेबल मेंबर इज दॅट वी नीड टू रीलूक एट वॉट इज गोईंग ऑन. आनी हे आतां तुमकां उत्तर जें दिलां देर आर सर्टन प्रोसिजर लॅप्सीस नोटीस they may have overcome a particular step when giving certain permissions and other things, but this conservation committee needs to act very strictly as far as the conservation zones are concerned. Any buildings that come under that, I can table it on the floor of the house tomorrow exactly what is the definition of this, what my department is trying to say. And तुमकां जर स्पेसिफिकली कितें पॉयंट आउट करूंक जाय पॉयंट आउट करून तुमकां लेखीत आन्सर आय विल गिव इट टू इन डिटेल.
स्पीकर सर, आयज एक क्वेश्चन विचारल्यात कित्याक आयज आमी ओल्ड गोवा जाणात एक इश्यू चलता इलिगल कन्स्ट्रक्शनाचो, पूण हो एकूय इश्यू ना. असले इश्यू आनीकय आसात जे ASI आनी गोवा आर्किओलॉजी डिपार्टमेंटान कॉर्डिनेटान जायना आसतना टावन TCPनी आनीकय NOC दिलाय, परमिशनां दिलाय, टेक्निकल क्लियरन्सूय केलाय. ह्यो प्रॉपर्टीज आसतात त्यो चडश्यो प्रायवेट ओनर्सां आसतात आनी हिंगा जायत्यो मिसयूज जाला. हांव एक तुका एग्जांपल दिता. डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ आर्किओलॉजी तेमी एक सिरियल नंबर 7 एक सायट आसली कासा दे पालोरा पोर्चुगीज गन फॅक्टरी, सर्वे नंबर 4/3 इन विलेज पानेल्ली तिसवाडी. स्पीकर सर, म्हाका जाण जावपाक जाय ही सायट आजून आहा ओ बिल्डरां इकली थिंगा कन्स्ट्रक्शन येयलें आनी कन्स्ट्रक्शना लायसन्स कोणी दिल्लें.
Because sir, I'll examine what the honorable member is saying. But what the honorable member just mentioned about the discussion that has been taking place in the house, Speaker sir, ते हायकोर्टान बी गेल्ले, दोनदा हायकोर्टान बी तो विशय जाल्लो. पेटिशनरच्या फेवरान तेणी डिसिजन दिल्लें. And we are bound by this particular thing. But whatever the town planning department after that has not given any kind of permission or anything. But as far as honorable member has mentioned about a particular survey number, you bring it to my knowledge. आणि आम्ही कितें केलां स्पीकर सर, फॉर द फर्स्ट टायम आमी RPन जे नाशिल्ले जे ASIचे जे मॉन्युमेंट्स आशिल्ले तेजे भोवती 100 मीटर आमी बफर झोन आमी डिक्लेअर केल्ले आसा आनी ते सुपर इम्पोज करून तेजे भितर परमिशन दिवपाचें ना म्हणून ऑलरेडी तांकां डायरेक्शन दिल्लें आसा, बोर्डान बी डिसिजन घेतलेलें आसा. पूण तेजे भायर जो बफर झोन जो आहा तो 200 मिटराचो बफर झोन जो 200 मिटराचो बफर आहा. पण ते बी जे प्रोजेक्टाचे आमी उल्लेख करता ते ऑलरेडी जायते चर्चा जाल्ली आसा. पूण जर आमच्या डिपार्टमेंटच्या माध्यमांतल्यान ताका कसलेंच तेंको नासतलो आमी कांय दिवचें ना. पूण ते कोर्टान दोनदा वचून तेंच्या फावरार डिसिजन जाल्लें आसा. पूण आमचो रोल जे पयलीं दिल्लें आनी तेजे नंतर जे डिसिजन जालें वी वील नॉट गिव एनी परमिशन एज फार एज वी आर कन्सर्न.
स्पीकर सर, ह्यो हेरिटेज सायट हे सायट आसात त्यो एटेम्प जाल्ला दोनी प्रॉब्लम ह्यो भायल्या पार्टीन गेल्या, गोंयची न्हू. सो ह्यो सायट्यो आमच्यो गोंयकार घेना आनी मिसयूज जातात. सो हेजेर
स्पीकर हांव तेच सांगता ऑनरेबल मेंबराक, ही इज रिफरिंग
बसून घ्या.
आय वॉज रिफरिंग
बिकॉज हांव एक ओल्ड गोवा सायट आहा ती भायल्यान कोणी घेतल्या, गोंयकार न्हू. ही हांव सांगता ती तिसवाडी ती सायट दुसऱ्यांनी घेतल्या.
म्हाका मातसो सर्वे नंबर दी,
बसून घ्या न्ही.
सर्वे नंबर दी. हांव तुका फाल्यां
सर्वे नंबर 4/3 इन विलेज पानवेली तिसवाडी.
हांव एक्झॅक्टली म्हायती काडून तुका फाल्यां आय विल टेबल इट ऑन द फ्लोर.
बिकॉज सर थिंगा पोर्चुगेज गन फॅक्टरी आहली ती आयडेंटिफाय केल्ली, आयज ती ना. थिंगा बिल्डींग येयला.
येस विजय सर.
स्पीकर सर, मंत्र्यान म्हणला बफर झोन. पयलींच्यान तो 2-3 रेफरन्स करता बफर झोनाची. स्पीकर सर, म्हाका एक पॉयंटेड क्वेश्चन ताका आहा की गव्हर्मेंटान हे बाउंड्रीज ऑफ ऑल दीस हेरिटेज सायट्स एंड स्ट्रक्चर्स हे डिमार्केट केल्या काय म्हणून. कित्याक म्हज्या इन्फॉर्मेशना प्रमाणे डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ लँड सर्वे लँड रिकॉर्ड्स नाजाल्यार आर्किओलॉजी नाजाल्यार TCP आनी कोणेच तें डिमार्केट करूंक ना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ओल्ड गोवा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आग्वाद फोर्ट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल काबदराम फोर्ट. You have not demarcated the boundaries, as a result of which that buffer zone becomes a very fluid thing. So my demand to you is that demarcate it and also show the walls along the sea. Like is that transgression from the sea, illegality kosha jata when it is not properly demarcated. So my question to you is whether government has the maps of the heritage sites. And if not, how long would such an exercise take place and how much it would cost?
Speaker, sir, offhand, since this information was not asked, the honourable member is asking this specific pointed question regarding putting the buffer demarcation along this particular. I have already told the CTP that he should immediately on a war footing ensure that this exercise is conducted. Now, how much will it cost? I will not offhand know what the exercise is going to cost. But this is necessary. What you are saying is necessary, but it's not been done.
No.
And even when the RP...
Speaker sir, खूपदा अशी टेंडन्सी असता. Town planning department is not supposed to do this म्हणून ताका ताजो ऑफिसर सांगू शकता. Let it be done by archaeology म्हणून. आणि कोण सांगू शकता it should be done by land survey म्हणून. So here are you taking the responsibility to do it?
No. I am saying whatever is in my purview of the town planning department of putting that 100-meter buffer as per the ASI monuments that are there. I am authorized only to do that buffer around the ASI monuments which are there.
Speaker sir, buffer म्हणतो किती जाता? Demarcation नासतगर buffer कसो?
The buffer
You demarcate it and then you get the buffer, then everything will fall in place.
विजय बाबू क्रॉस
म्हाका एक assurance
क्रॉस
जाय.
नाका.
ना स्पीकर सर एकच मिनिट हांव ताका सांग.
एक मिनिट ते उलोवंक दी कंप्लीट करू दी त्यानंतर तुम्ही तुमचे विषय म्हणा.
स्पीकर सर, आम्ही जे 100 मीटर जे सुपर इम्पोज करता म्हणटा आमी म्हणटा ऑन द RP, आम्ही ते करून आम्ही त्यांच्या डिपार्टमेंट कडे धाडून दितले ते टू नोटिफाय. दे विल हॅव टू टेक डू द एक्सरसाइज टू
आर्किओलॉजी. फाल्यां डिमांडान तुका हांव एक क्वेश्चन पडतो विचारता. कित्याक आतां बाब क्रुजान सांगला ते भशेन ओल्ड गोवा एक स्ट्रक्चर जालें, आतां आनी एक स्ट्रक्चर सांगतालो तो. सो अशी आनी कितली आसूंक शकता स्पीकर सर. सो हे डिमार्केशन जावपाची गरज आहा. वन फॉर द प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ द हेरिटेज वीच इज युअर जॉब.
स्पीकर सर, ऑनरेबल MLA जे सांगता पळय न्ही, तें प्रोटेक्शन जावपाची बरोबर गरज आसा आनी डिमार्केट जावपाक जाय तें काम आर्किओलॉजी डिपार्टमेंटाचें. लेट डेम गिव द बफर झोन, म्हणजे 100 मिटरचो बफर झोन मार्क करून अशी सगळी जी आर्किओलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर आहा पळय न्ही, इन फ्युचर आर्किओलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट ताजेर एक नोटिफिकेशन काडून ती डिमार्केशन फिक्स करपाक.
Because sir, already department has requested archaeology department to submit and mark the 100-meter line on the RP around the heritage site. म्हणजे त्यांचे डिपार्टमेंटाच्या माध्यमान जातले, म्हणजे ते कॉस्टिंग विल यू हॅव टू आस्क हिम.
रिप्लाय पयलो पळय रिप्लाय आसा. You have said the list of sites that have been approved as heritage archaeological site by TCP subcommittee on conservation. The heritage sites, archaeological sites are all defined, even under Directorate of Archives and Archaeology. त्यो तुम्ही कित्याक दाखयना? त्योय दाखोवपाक जाय. तुम्ही TCP subcommittee आणि separate archaeological site define करता. This is one thing. I'll ask also second. Second, in D you have said there are certain procedural lapses noticed. Can you just
No, that's what I
mention
said.
what sort of procedural lapses?
That's what I, Speaker sir, this is something which I need to reconfirm with the department what do they mean by procedural lapses. It is an error on my part for not going through it. I would have submitted to you because I don't keep anything as a grey area. So I'll submit it to you what is their definition of procedural lapses. And second thing is, this conservation committee, what it had done earlier prior to me becoming the town planning minister, I'll have to re-verify what is within what framework they have done that. I'll examine it and I'll inform the honorable member.
All sites should be coming
I agree
under,
with you.
under
I
the
agree.
conservation committee.
I agree
Conservation
with you.
committee cannot have only 5 sites, 6 sites.
I
If there are
totally agree
100
with
sites,
you.
all 100 sites come under that.
I totally agree with you, but that has to be done in a very judicious manner, as you are aware. Nale, if you declare everywhere these sites, then you know what is going to happen in the state of Goa. But what honorable member Shri Digambar Kamat said is absolutely correct. I will re-verify, have a meeting with the conservation committee. When was this done? How was it? Why it was done? And also, what are the other monuments which are there? Let me just examine once, and then we can share the information accordingly.
Shri Rudra Fernandes.
स्पीकर सर, म्हाका ओल्ड गोवा हेरिटेज सायटाचेर मातशें उलोवपाचें आहा. थिंगासर एक केस चलता. ही केस मातशी एक्सपेडायट करपाक आमच्या हे गोवमेंटान कितें स्टेप्स घेतलेले आहा. आनी थोडे लोक हिंगासर भायले येता, जमनी घेता आनी फॉल्स डॉक्युमेंट लायता. आनी फॉल्स डॉक्युमेंट लावन आमचे जमिनी आनी डिपार्टमेंटाक एक पाट गमना ते बरे फॉल्स आहा काय कितें ते. मात बेजीक कितें, बेजीक पंचायतीक सगली खबर आसता. जेन्ना ते इन्स्पेक्शन करूंक वयता, पंचायतीक खबर आसता ते फॉरे तो स्ट्रक्चर काय दुसरो स्ट्रक्चर हाडून लायला पळय तो. कित्याक ओल्ड गोवा कितें केला, एक गुदांव आसलो नाल्लाचो, थिंगासर एक पेडणेचें एक गुदांव हाडला आनी व्हडलें एक स्ट्रक्चर दाखयलेलें आहा. हें आतां पंचायतीक फरे खबर आसली, मात पंचायतीच्या लेवलाचेर एक्शन जावंक जाय आनी कोण पळय बोगस डॉक्युमेंट करता तेंचेरी हे एक्शन जावंक जाय. हो म्हाजो डिमांड आहा. थँक्यू.
Because I totally agree with Shri Rudolph Fernandez, honorable MLA, that a lot of people many times misrepresent facts, and that is happening, that has been going on. But be rest assured, we will take it up. The matter is now sub judice, so at the moment there is no question of giving them any kind of permission or any कितेंच करपाक शक्य ना. पण त्याच बरोबर we will make sure that there is a strong mechanism put in place to verify these documents, because many times people misrepresent with facts, and this is a case that happens.
Start question number 5. Alex Lawrence.
Am I permitted to ask question number 5C?
5C.
Speakers, as per the printed sheet.
Because I have seen the details that in Kurtori the dengue cases are only one. Actually, there are much more cases. Maybe they have not been able to give the latest. As Swadhya cases are increasing. So I would like to know, what do you do, Speaker sir? Case Salikana, Sogel Apita, Lok Apita Muntating, foggy government. But the foggy very effective Zaina. So effective Zaina Mun Putun Lok and Gota. They call us back again. Kit Kalan and Kaingalam, Mr. Yale and Galemon. So, Speaker sir, I would like to ask the minister whether new steps should be taken. There are cases increasing, like there is no place in the hospital also. So, in this type of circumstances, 2 questions I want. One, whether steps should be taken to see that surrounding area and those areas are well taken care so that there is no more cases. And second, whether such type of cases are dengue is a common sickness now. COVID, so the big sickness. So, I mean, sickness, I'm not saying it's a big sickness. Sickness is where treatment requires specialty. Now, dengue cases, even hospicio can. Those cases, at least, there will be no referrals to JMC. So, 2 things I'm asking, because even the primary health centers have got beds. Ek party primary health center and kon asna? Ek patient ko asna? Whether steps can be taken, even district hospital and some dengue case the sickness is well known, the prognosis is known, everything is known. So whether those type of cases can be, can be split up so that there is no pressure on the hospicio and the GMC. 2 pointed questions.
Because we have already told, I have had a discussion with the Director of Health Services and all, and also during the demands, we have made it very clear that we are going to give a proper thorough check आनी पयलीं बी अशें जातालें की दे यूज टू जस्ट रिफर ऑल द केसीस टू गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेज, and when there are facilities available in the district hospitals and when there are facilities available wherever there are beds, suppose to you go to Consolim also, there we have enough capacity of beds. So basically what Mr. Alex, what Reginald is saying is absolutely correct, and we will keep monitoring this. And also what that figure is given, they were having a definition which I don't want to explain, is the cases from within the state of Goa. So basically what he is saying, we have given him the number, we have given him all the type of whatever information that he has asked. In addition, we have given you information. But yes, the referral should stop. And if the referral stop, then the load on Goa Medical College will automatically reduce, and we will take an audit on a regular basis, and also will keep a thorough tab. And now being urban development also there, we have had a meeting, joint meeting already in the past with urban development as well as health, so that they can work in coordination with each other. Speakers.
Yes, sir. Can the government look for eradication, like leprosy eradication केला? Some of this आजचो COVID जाला. मुखार आनी कितेंतले? So eradication जावपाक आनी कितें eradication करपाक आनी कितें घालपाक मेळटा in the eradication this of sicknesses, like dengue could have been, you could or like one second, or could be some things, because what happens, it is a challenge for the health department also to see these sicknesses are treated. And two things, one more thing, blood is required, blood platelets जाय पडटात. GMC in for dengue. Now dengue, if hospicio could tackle it, all those sicknesses could be tackled in hospicio only. And because fogging the minister, fogging how to tackle things and clarity on how the fogging will be done, because sir, of dengue case.
Clarity of how the fogging will be done.
Yeah.
Basically, Speaker sir, this is many times, this is dengue is such a case. At the moment, total number of cases which I mentioned is 102. I have given you the full details where, what. But there is, if he talks about eradication of dengue and all, whatever is the overall methodology that is followed is being followed. All the health officers are pretty active. They do whatever they need, the support also. Like that, if you go to see, there are Rogi Kalyan committees also at the panchayat level. Panchayat help also is required. This health department, everybody thinks that it is the role only of the health department to carry out fogging and all. It is not going to be possible. Health department, urban, if you go to the municipalities, they also run short of foggers. Yesterday somebody mentioned during the speaking, I mean, we have told them under the G Suda funds and all, ask them if they have workers, give them, so that let them at least carry it out. And fogging itself is not the answer. There is overall mechanism that has to be in place. For that, your panchayats also have to be on board. And as per the Government of India rules regulation, you are supposed to make these panchayat level committees also. They also have to be, they have been given a small budget, even if it's a small budget, but if it all works in tandem, and if you are able to do it and set an example from your own constituency and take the panchayats on board and help us, then we can perhaps set an example. In our areas also, we are trying to do it and trying to make people understand that these things are important if you have to bring these type of cases down. But as far as cases number is concerned, it is not that alarming. It is just about 102 cases which are there, but they are being monitored. And referrals, as far as you are concerned, referrals, because of what Honorable Member has said, referrals we are auditing. I am also going to have a meeting after the today's session with the Secretary Health to see that on a weekly basis, to check and update on a daily basis what are the referrals from the district hospitals. Because if the district hospital referrals stop, otherwise if somebody comes to Honorable Chief Minister's constituency from Sanklim, so you don't do anything, you just refer. But unfortunately, we have got a very good team there. And then in my constituency, all cases cannot be referred. There has to be some amount, because we have created that type of infrastructure. And हेजेर आमकां लक्ष घालचें पडटलें आनी लक्ष म्हाजी घालपाची गरज आसा. And I assure the House that I will pay proper attention to see that these referrals are accounted for, as why these referrals are happening on such a for basic things which can be treated at the district hospital. I think that should answer your question. And what I mentioned to you, you started from your place. These committees that have to be formed at the panchayat level or at the panchayat, these committees, even if we form, and if the panchayats don't give us that type of backing, we cannot do anything.
Speaker sir,
मंत्री माझ्या लक्षात आमचे फाटले 3-4 दीस काणकोणात मोठे प्रमाणात डेंग्यूचे केसीस वाडपाक लागले सर. त्यामुळे तुम्ही हांगासर कोण तुमचे डायरेक्टर बाकी मॉनिटरिंग डायरेक्शन दिवपाची आवश्यकता आसा.
एक ऑलरेडी सांगला स्पीकर सर फाल्यां आय थिंक इन द नेक्स्ट 2 days मंडे और ट्युजडे शी इज गोईंग देर जाय जाल्यार आय विल सेंड हर इमिजिएटली देर एंड हॅव अ रिव्यू. काल आमी जे मिटींग घेतली तुमच्या बरोबर आनी काणकोणचे पूर्णपणे रिव्यू कितें चल्लां, डेंग्यूचे केसीस कितें ते वॉट शी डू इन फर्दर. एंड आतां आमी चर्चा करतले एडिशनल डॉक्टर. तुमकां कालूच सांगला की एडिशनल डॉक्टर्स आमी ऑलरेडी GPSC थ्रू आमचे घेतल्या. ती फायल क्लियर करून ताबडतोब वील सी दॅट सम एडिशनल फेसिलिटीज आर प्रोवायडेड एट युअर प्लेस एंड टेक अ रिव्यू एक्झॅक्टली वॉट इज हॅपनिंग.
येस
Because एकूच one small thing, panchayats are given grants. Panchayats are buying whatever they want. Direct, I would ask the Honorable Minister, direct the panchayats to buy fogging machines and give them specified fogging machines. नाल्यार ते कडले आनी कितें घेतले fogging machine मो आनी कितें घेतले. So मुगे रिक्वेस्ट आहा गव्हर्मेंटाक की हें कर मो to give them directions to buy proper and see that they also help.
Now this is Government of India. They give them a small amount that I can't control what the panchayat is going to do.
They have money. They have money.
But so then you should take your panchayats together and tell them and advise them and guide them. If you want our people also to come and help them, you start it off, no? And then we can make it as an example everywhere.
Because the health department can direct all the panchayats. They got grants to have how many required number as per the village. Hospital can find out. See, health department can find out. In this village, so many fogging machines are required. Accordingly, direct the panchayats on their grants to buy those machines. That will be better. So, issue of having one fogging machine from the department, from everybody will get solved. And responsibility, you give them the responsibility also to do it. Because issue का जातलो, पोत health department का आम किती जाता नाल्या health officer सांगपा जायो, health officer धाडटा.
We nipped in the bud after his project of the hospital is taken up. I think that is all his questions are around that. So, Honorable Chief Minister, myself, all of us will sit together and see that his hospital is taken forward. I think these questions are all revolving around one particular thing only.
आमच्या कलिगान बरो प्रश्न काढला डेंगू केसीस. मडगांव शहरात गेल्ले 8-10 दीस डेंगू केसीस आणि चिकनगुनिया केसीस वाडत आहा. म्हणजे डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटलांक म्हणजे हांवूच जाणा एक 4-5 पेशंट डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटलां आसा. दे आर ऑल रायट, दे आर नॉट सिरियस. हांव दोतोरा कडेन उलयलां. दोतोर ऑल्सो सेईंग दॅट दे शूड नॉट बी अ प्रॉब्लेम. पूण प्रॉब्लेम कितें जाता जेन्ना एका बिल्डिंगेक एक डेंगू मेळटा न्ही, रोखडे लोकांचे फोन येतात की फॉगिंग करपाक मनीस धाड. आतां फॉगिंग करतलो जाल्यार म्युन्सिपाल्टी कडेन थोडे फॉगिंग करपा आहा, तुमचे कडेन थोडे. पूण आतां पयर कितें केलें, फायर ब्रिगेडी कडेन तुमी थोडे लेबर्स फायर ब्रिगेडी कडेन धाडले. म्युन्सिपाल्टीक ऑर्डर दिली अमके मनीस फायर ब्रिगेडीक धाडा. त्या भशेन वेन मनसून स्टार्ट्स, I think you should give direction to the municipality to place some workers at the disposal of the urban health center. कारण तांचे फॉगिंग मातशें बरें जाता. The people have faith in the health services. ते अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटर पळया, तांचे भुरगे मनीस आहा ते मातशें बरें करता. ते सगळे कडेन पावपाक शकपाना. म्युन्सिपाल्टीचे 1-2 जाण आहा, पूण म्युन्सिपाल्टीचे ते नॉर्मल मनीस ते. So I think you should place some 10 laborers. सांग सुडाक बी कोणाक सांग 10 workers can be placed at the disposal of urban health center exclusively for city.
No, what we have done, Honorable Shri Digambar Kamath raised a point which we already have had a meeting, and we have told them if required, we, myself, Vijay, yourself will sit down, and we will take, because for at least flexibility is there in making these procurements as far as the municipalities is concerned. So I have already spoken to them the other day. I am speaking to them today also, and then during after the session, during the break, we can have and find out a modality so that you can have additional fogging machines and other things. So in those areas, so accordingly,
machines is not a big problem.
You're talking
workers
about labor.
Workers, not municipality workers. पळया ते काय अर्थ ना. तू खरें सांग. You ask municipality.
स्पीकर सर, जो माननीय आमदार बाब दिगंबर कामत म्हणटा ते सारकें आहा. आमची म्युन्सिपाल्टी आहा, पूण म्युन्सिपाल्टी कडेन तें वन वेरविताल ना, आनी सेकंड लोकांची फेथ ना म्युन्सिपाल्टीचे फॉगिंग करतले. तातूंत हें म्हटलें इट्स अ वेक्टर बोर्न डिजीज. सो बेसिकली जळान मरपाक जाय. आतां तातूंत एक्सपर्टायज कोणा कडेन आहा, हेल्था कडेन आहा, तांचो डिमांड सारको आहा. तुमीच प्रोविजन करा, नाल्यार आमी वर्कर घेता आनी तुमकां धाडटा. पुणून फॉगिंग जावंक जाय टू क्रिएट सम कॉन्फिडन्स बिल्डिंग अमॉंग्स द पॉप्युलेशन दॅट गव्हर्मेंट इज डुईंग समथींग अबाउट दीस वेक्टर बोर्न डिजीज.
स्पीकर सर,
मदीं ताणें कितें केलें पावसांत वर्कर्स घेतल्या आनी फायर ब्रिगेडीक धाडल्या झाडां मारपाक हेल्प करपाक तांकां. तुमी यू हॅव टेकन वर्कर्स, यू हॅव डायरेक्टेड, DMA has directed municipality to recruit, take some workers for 3 months or 4 months and depute them with fire services. Same thing, you take some 10 workers minimum, give it to your health department only and ask them to go on a larger scale. That will solve the problem.
Speaker sir, I will whatever has been suggested will be implemented. I will talk to DMA immediately after the question hour and we'll take it forward.
Start question number 7A, Rajesh Pardesai.
Dam.
Yes.
You are agreeing for the municipal areas. I think bulk of Goa is in the rural areas.
I'm aware of it, but
no. So then, what do we do in the rural areas?
Whatever. That's what I said. That there is a mechanism that is there in place as we speak, and there is a certain amount of funding which is given for these type of activities for maintaining hygiene and other things and cleanliness and other things to these panchayats. But these panchayats and all have to be brought on board. Now we can only give them directions as far as we are concerned within the purview of what we have. But ultimately implementation has to be done by them. But the difference between the implementation in the rural part of Goa and implementation here is directly through Suda, I am able to give them relief. But there also we need to give them relief.
That is my grievance.
1 minute. So what we are trying to say is, see, municipality fogging, Madgaon will not take much time. Suppose I am just giving example, I am giving only of fogging, it's nothing pertaining to fogging. Then we can utilize that same in the periphery also. If there are areas in the periphery. So we'll have to find a modality. We need to work a modality. See, the government, if you expect the health department staff to be 100% doing only this, it is not going to be possible. It's practically not possible because they are already overloaded with what activity they need to do. Earlier you had all these fellows used to go and do these activities of fogging and other things. But it becomes very difficult. So there has to be a total. So I have to sit down with the Honorable Minister for Panchayat and myself and then try to see how the urban development, how the panchayat and how the health can work in cohesion with each other.
Can't you permit your health centers to employ for 2 months, 3 months directly on contract or whatever, daily wages, people to fog the rural areas? Because the panchayats have failed to do this.
Speaker, sir, I'll examine this and I'll give a concrete, I'll write to him with a concrete assurance after examining what is the way forward, what is options available with me.
Okay.
Speaker, sir, with regards to dengue, the Honorable Minister must be knowing that apart from fogging, I believe that when a person has dengue or has been administered, you have to monitor the platelets. And basically, a papaya extract medicine is administered and temperature check. When the platelet count, because when we do normal CBC, a complete blood count, anything below 1.5 lakh or 1 lakh, that is when the doctors hit the panic button. There is a practice in GMC, I believe, that they go up to 40,000, 50,000 of the platelet count. That sometimes leads to bleeding, internal bleeding. Now, I will highlight a very specific case to you, Honorable Minister, where there was one specific case. He was an ex-MLA, and he was kept till 30,000-40,000 more dollar, and it resulted in bleeding. So, in these cases, there is something known as single donor platelet, and this single donor platelet, a machine. I don't know whether you all have it. I believe you all should procure this machine as well, because this single donor platelet is much more effective rather than normal platelet during a blood transfusion. So I would ask the Honorable Minister to look into it.
Speaker, sir, what you have mentioned is a very valid issue. I had a couple of patients and all where the platelet count drops during dengue. And as a result of which that has to be properly monitored. So this, I will assure you that I will keep a proper check on all what you have mentioned. I understood the issue. I'll take it.
Yeah, and if you could procure that single donor platelet machines in South Goa district and GMC, if you don't have.
Speaker sir, म्हाका दिसता सगळ्या माननीय आमदारांनी सांगलां की फॉगिंग करचें नाल्यार फॉगिंग करपाचें. सर, फॉगिंग इज नॉट द सोल्युशन म्हाका दिसता. आनी हाच्या खातीर आमी सोर्स पळय आसा तोच पयलो कट करपाक जाय. म्हाका याद जाता की जेन्ना हांवूय कावन्सिलर आशिल्लो, आमी घरांनी वचून तो सोर्स बंद करताले. आनी त्या वर्सा आनी ह्या 2-3 वर्सां फाटल्यान देर वॉज नो डेंग्यू केसीस, म्हणजे लिमिटेड डेंग्यू केसीस इन वास्को. सो म्हाका दिसता प्रत्येक कावन्सिलरांनी सपोज ही जबाबदारी घेतली की आपापलो वॉर्ड आसा तातूंत एकदां एक रावंड मारून सपोज तो सोर्स आसा, एक कट्टी आसली नाल्यार टायर आसले नाल्यार गुड्डी आसली, बाटल्यो अश्यो पडिल्ल्यो आसा तातूंत भितर डेंग्यू जाता. सो तो सोर्स काडप हो इम्पॉर्टंट. फॉगिंग तुमी कितलेंय केलें स्पिकर सर जाल्यार इट इज नॉट अ सोल्युशन. म्हाका दिसता वी हॅव टू जो सोर्स आसा थंय आमी अटॅक करपाक जाय. आनी ताच्या खातीर सगळे कावन्सिलरांनी इवन द पब्लीक, जनरल पब्लीक, आमी सपोज एक पावसाच्या वेळार आमी सगळ्यांक एक अपील केलो, सगळ्या अवेरनेस केलें घरा भितर की तुमच्या घरा भोंवतणी एक दिसाक एक 5 मिनटां पसून ताणें रावंड मारलो न्ही, खंय सपोज कट्टी आसा आनी कितें आसा तें उदक उलटें केल्यार पुरो, तो डेंग्यू ब्रिडींग हें आसा पळय, एग्स आसता पळय ती मरतात. सो तो सोल्युशन केलो जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता फॉगिंगाची गरज पडपाना. आनी कित्याचीच आमी दाखोवपा खातीर ते फॉगिंग करता. आनी आतां हांगा फॉगिंग केलें, थंयची मच्छर हांगा आयल्यार कितें करता तुमी? सो देर इज नो एंड टू इट. सो म्हाका दिसता आमी अवेरनस इज इम्पॉर्टंट. आमी सगळ्यांक इनवॉल्व करप इज इम्पॉर्टंट. आनी सगळ्यांक बरोबर घेवन, पंचायत आसूं ती म्युनिसिपालिटी आसूं नाल्यार लोकांक आसूं. सो हेल्थ सर्विसीस कॅन ऑलवेज एक मोहीम अशी अवेरनस प्रोग्राम केलो जाल्यार तो चड इफेक्टीव जातलो असो म्हाका दिसता.
पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉब्लम आमगे खुबशे विलेजीन जाल्ले आहा. आमगे ZP वयल्यान आमी फॉगिंग मशीन हाडून प्रत्येक पंचायतीक दिल्ली आहा. बट द प्रॉब्लम विथ द पंचायत कम्स डिझल घालपाचो. बट आय थिंक द बेस्ट सोल्युशन इज द मेन प्रॉब्लम्स वॉट वी हॅव सीन नाव इन द विलेजीस इज जे पोल्ट्रीज आसता आनी जे पिगरीज आहा. हे पिगरीज आनी पोल्ट्रीज जे आर समहाव द मेन कॉज ऑफ डेंगू दॅट इज कमिंग आउट इन द विलेजीस. वी हॅव सीन फ्यू कंप्लेन्स. सो आय थिंक इट इज इम्पॉर्टंट इफ द हेल्थ हॅज गॉट दीस डेटा विथ देम. ह्या डेटा प्रमाणे वीकली इन्स्पेक्शन या एवरी वीक कोऑर्डिनेट करून म्हाका दिसता मॅन्डेटरी एवरी वीक फ्युमिगेशन आनी फॉगिंग केलें जाल्यार दीस प्रॉब्लम कॅन बी सॉर्टेड आउट.
स्टार्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, राजेश फळदेसाय.
Speaker sir, question number 7A.
Speaker, sir, answer is as per the printed sheet.
Speaker sir, मिनिस्टरान आन्सर दिल्लें आसा, पण हांव हावजा समोर नजरेक हाडून दिवपाक सोदतां की केंद्र सरकारान येता त्या अधिवेशन नंबर 14 अधिवेशन नवीन विधेयक हाडपाचें सोदलेलें आसा. तितून एक विधेयक असो आसा की हेरिटेज सायड ESIचो जो बफर झोन जो आसा 100 मिटर करपाचो आसा. स्पीकर सर, जर अशें जर जालें जाल्यार ओल्ड गोवा जो इनलिगल बंगलो आसा तो रेग्युलर जावपाक सारको इजी पडटलो. स्पीकर सर, हांव सभाघराच्या नदरेक हाडून दिवंक सोदतां आनी सगळ्यांच्या मंत्र्याच्याय नदरेक हाडून दिवंक सोदतां. जर अशें जर जालें जाल्यार आमकां खूब त्रास जातलो. हेजेर मातशें लक्ष घालपाची गरज आसा स्पीकर सर. थँक्यू.
स्पीकर सर, सरकार कायद्याच्या प्रमाणे फ्रेमवर्काच्या भितर आमी काम करता. आतांच उल्लेख केलो तुमचो विशय खबर आहा म्हाका, पण ते आतां सबज्युडीस आहा, लोकांचो विरोध आहा. ते बरोबर ते विशय एक सायडीक उरलो. दुसरी सायड कित्याक आमी ऑलरेडी सांगलेलें आसा चर्चा करतना की आमी 100 मिटराचो बफर झोन आतांच विजयान जो विशय काडलो ते आमी मॅपिंग करून रिजनल प्लॅनार सुपरइम्पोज करून आमी आर्किओलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडियाक धाडटले. तेजे उपरांत केंद्र सरकाराचे कांय नोटिफिकेशन आसता ते आर्किओलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया यांचे काय rules, regulation. So beyond that, what am I supposed to do as a minister? I may be a minister for town planning, but if there is certain rule regulation, and if the petitioner goes and wins those cases in the court, it is also up to the panchayat. Honorable MLA can also talk to the panchayat and see that they do not give permission if they don't want. And actually, Speaker sir, काही कडे साऊथ गोवान हांगा कोलवान those sides, the panchayats themselves have taken, if they don't want to give beyond a particular structure, they don't want to give permission, they have taken their own decision. तुम्ही म्हाका दिसता की आमच्या कडल्यान तरी काय मुवमेंट जावचें ना, पण तुमी बी तुमच्या पंचायत लेवलाचेर तुमी थंयच्यान प्रयत्न केल्यार म्हाका दिसता की ते आनी फुडें वचपाचो ना म्हणून.
रुद्र फर्नांडीस.
स्पीकर सर, चिंबलान आमची एक बऱ्यांतली बरी हेरिटेज सायट आहा, माउंट कामल चर्च आनी कॉन्वेंट हिंगासर आतां कंस्ट्रक्शन येता म्हणून आयकलां सायडीक. म्हाका मातशें मिनिस्टराक सांगपाचें आहा हो थिंगा बफर झोनाच्या अंडर येता आनी हे मातशी हेजेर मातशें लक्ष घालून ते सायडीक कांय त्रास जायना तशें करचें.
Speaker sir, honorable MLA, हांव विनंती करता की to write a letter to me today itself pertaining with all the details, and I will immediately send it to the CTP to check whether it is coming within a particular thing, what can be done and what needs to be done. So if you send me or even WhatsApp me the survey number, I'll get it checked immediately.
Start question number 8. Uriah Remo.
Speaker sir, I'd like to ask start question number 8C.
Start number 8C. Health Minister.
Speaker sir, answers as per the printed sheet.
Speaker sir, I'll be very pointed because I think I've got only 1 minute. This relates to the South Goa District Hospital. It was commissioned, I think it took about 8 years for it to be commissioned. Now, I had asked you a very specific question to furnish the details of the number of patients admitted, discharged, expired at South Goa District Hospital in the last 3 years. There are hundreds of cases, Speaker sir, that have been sent to GMC. I would want an assurance from you that from the government that in the future that no patients should be referred to GMC. That is how South Goa District Hospital has to be equipped. And how long will it take for you in these regards?
Speaker sir, I am giving, because questionnaire is over, but I am giving him a commitment, is that secretary will monitor on a every 15 days basis exactly number of cases referred. Every day, I have already asked my OSD to send a mail to the respective medical superintendents and the director of health services, to all the 3 hospitals, the sub-district hospital, district hospital north, district hospital south, is that to send an email to us as the number of cases and the reasons for which they referred. I will get an email myself, secretary will get an email on a daily basis, and be rest assured, this will be monitored.
Okay. Zero pension, say, Krishna Sarkar.
Sir, I wish to bring to the notice of the House the constant fear the residents opposite Goa Shipyard Limited are living due to the constant danger of landslides in that area. The continuous rainfall is only making the problem more serious. So, 2 मिनटांनी फक्त लँडस्लायड ताजेर मातशें लक्ष दिवचें. की पयरूच जालें आनी एक लँडस्लायड, सो ताजेर मातशें लक्ष दिवन इमिडिएट तांकां कितें तरी सोल्युशन काडचें.
येस. श्री दिलाय लोबो.
स्पीकर सर, तांच्यांनी जो सांगला पळय न्ही, इल्लिगल घरां बांदता आसतनाय बी थोडीशी काळजी घेवपाक जाय. आमी पळयता की ज्या जाग्याचेर टेकडी आसा, लँडस्लायड जाता, थंयसरूच जर कोण वचून बांदपाक लागलो, लँडस्लायड जायत रावतली. त्या खातीर ती बी लोकांनी काळजी घेवपाची गरज आसा. कारण लँडस्लायड मागीर सरकार सगळी कडेन रिटेनिंग वॉल हे ते सगळे तो सांगता ते रिटेनिंग वॉल बीन काडटले, बट तितके प्रिकॉशन्स घेवपाक जाय. बट तेजी गरज आसा ते ताका काडटले. डिगींग करपाकूय जागो आसपाक जाय करपा खातीर.
इल्लीगल नाशिल्ली सर.
Sir, fear and anxiety in the minds of people of Alto Bade, Asagaon, in Sholi constituency regarding 35 houses not getting water supply for the last 5 years, sir, in spite of repeated requests with PWD. I would request the minister, please look into it. Tanker with time are in, sir. 35 houses.
Yes.
आमचे कलीग सांगता पळय, अशें गोंयान खुबशे कडेन जे प्लॅनिंग नॉन डेव्हलप प्लॅनिंग प्लॉट करून विकल्या, घरां बांदल्या. आतां सायडीचे लोक आसा ते बोवाड वता आमकां उदक मेळपाक. आमी होलिस्टीक एप्रोच आमी गोंयभर करपाचें आहा. सीएमानी सांगला, सीएम इज देर, वी आर वर्किंग, बट यू कॅनॉट इश्युअर इन द हावस दॅट इट विल हॅपन इन ओवरनायट. घराचे परमिशन घेनासतना घरां बांदलेली आहा स्पीकर सर. आनी परमिशन देखून डेव्हलपरान घेतला आनी सब डिव्हिजन केला, ताका पिडब्ल्यूडी एनओसी नासतना घरां बांदपाचें परमिशन दिलें आहा स्पीकर सर.
श्री उल्हास वेकर.
Construction of flyover bridge on the railway crossing at Davalli. Speaker sir, आमच्या मडगांवचो रेल्वे सुटली काय ती कुळ्या वचपाच्या रोडाचेर रोखडेच आमचे दवल्ली गांव लागता आनी हो एकदम शॉर्टकट की दुसरे पंचायतीन वचपाक. तेन्ना हो ओवरफ्लाय ब्रीज जर जालो जाल्यार खुबश्या लोकांक तो बरो पडटलो. कारण 20 फावटी तरी दिसाक ती रेल्वे क्रॉसिंग वयता आनी त्यामुळे दोनी सायडीन ट्राफीक जाम जाता आनी लोकांक हो शॉर्ट सामको रस्तो की रोखडेच आमी केपी रोडाचेर पावता, जावं आम्ही मिलिटरी कॅम्पाकडे पाहता व खूप गरजेचं आहा की नावेलीच्या लोकांक दवलेच्या लोकांक याची खूप गरज पहा सो ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर फॉर PWD मे काइंडली गिव अस concrete assurance as the subject is very serious.
Yes, okay. श्री
ना उत्तर दिता रे स्पीकर सर
गरज ना
दिवपाची गरज ना ना दिवपाची गरज ना कित्याक लोकांक म्हणटाले हांव म्हाका उतरांक खबर ना म्हणटाले स्पीकर सर तुमी लायव्ह केल्ले आसा गोंयभर आनी PWD मिनिस्टर काय खबर ना म्हणटाले स्पीकर सर जो इशू आसा हो इशू पयर कोळसो कोण गाजयला पळय हो इशू रिलेटेड तेच आसा थंय एक्विजिशन करपाक आनी काम करपाक रेल्वेक इवन जर PWD रस्तो ओव्हरब्रीज करूंक सोदता हें करपाक दिना स्पीकर सर म्हाका दिसता मान्य आमदाराक खबर आसा ह्यो गोश्ट्यो आतां तेणें हाडल्या खबर ना म्हाका कित्याक ते हांव मान्य आमदाराक सांगतलो की पयलीं तूं लोकां कडेन मेळ तांकां पयलीं सोल्युशन काड मागीर आमचे कडेन CM इज ऑफ द ओपिनियन करपाक जाय वयल्यान सर सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंटान स्कीम केल्या सर म्हणजे दोनी रोड आनी रेल्वे कडेन एकठांय करून ताका सगळ्याक जे प्रॉब्लम जाता तांकां सेंट्रल गव्हर्मेंट इज रेडी टू गीव फंड्स टू द स्टेट टू बिल्ड सच थिंग्स स्पीकर सर पूण म्हाका दिसता आमदारान मातशें लक्ष घालून ते कितें इशू आहा कित्याक थंय लोक कोळसो करून सगळे डेव्हलपमेंटूच बंद करता ताका त्रास जाता म्हाकाय खबर हांव वयता सर रस्त्यार ते सो ताका मातशें सोल्युशन काडचें पयलें
ओके श्री राजेश फळदेसाय
Speaker sir, need to raise the height of the band surrounding of the island. दिवार स्पीकर सर आमचे दिवाडेन जेन्ना फ्लडिंग येता तेन्ना आमकां भयंकर त्रास जाता ती जे रोड आसा जे तेंचे मातशें हायट वाडोवपाची गरज आसा आनी बांद मातशें जाता तितले बेगीन रिपेर करपाची गरज आसा
श्री विरेश बोरकर Yes. Okay.
Speaker sir, fear and anxiety among the Goan clay artists for not receiving enough financial support from the government. Governmentan तांकां सहकार करचो कित्याक आयज आमचे गणपती जे करता तांकां आयज सपोर्ट जाय सपोर्ट प्रायज दिवची
ओके श्री Alex Sikra.
Speaker sir, I would like to bring to the attention of the Revenue Minister the anxiety in the minds of shareholders of various comunidades like Nuve, Verna, Lotoli, who from Nuve constituency who have not been paid zones nor dividends from the financial year 2017 to 2018 till date.
Shri Venji Vegas.
Speaker sir, fear and anxiety in the minds of the people of Benaulim constituency for the loss of life, agricultural land, environment and impact to biodiversity due to flooding caused at the catchment area in Benaulim village from Toleban to SGPDA wholesale fish market. Due to the western bypass road passing through the fields and low-lying area, steps government intends to take. Speaker sir, पाऊस already आयलो हा, सगळ्यांनी पळयलो हा. आमकडे सरकारूय सेंट्रलाकूय हा, हिंगाय हा. I spoke to PWD minister. He has told me that he will look into the matter. WRD already घातलेले हा. But we have seen actually that people are going to effect. It is a matter of cost. I request the government to take these measures and get it sanctioned. That is the only request.
हे इशू खूब वर्सां चालू आसा आनी इट इज मॉनिटर्ड बाय द हाय कोर्ट आनी ही इज ऑल्सो अवेअर ऑफ इट आनी इट हॅज गॉन टू NGT आनी NGTनूय परतून धाडला स्पीकर सर आतां तो कितें म्हणटा तेणें इन्स्पेक्शन बोटीन वचून इन्स्पेक्शन कितें केलां आनी WRDचे कोणाचे इंजिनियराचे कितें तरी स्टेटमेंट आसा सो इट इज अ मॅटर वेर इट वॉज एग्जामिन्ड इन द पास्ट ह्या वर्साक पावस स्पीकर सर एक गोश्ट हांव सांगूंक सोदता इवन राजेश बाबान तेच इशू काडला रस्तो वयर काडलो ते सायडीन बुडपाचे इशू तसो उरतलो स्पीकर सर इशू रस्तो स्ट्रिटार काडलो उदक जर भरपाचें आहा तर रस्त्या वयल्यान येतलें स्पीकर सर आमच्या गांवांनी केपें पाड्डे अशे खूब कडेन आमचे कुडचड्यार जाता स्पीकर सर आसोडला येता जेन्ना उदक सगळे रस्त्यार बनता ते येताच पूण एनी रिपोर्ट काडलेले आसा टॅक्निकली तांकां WRD हायड्रोलॉजिकल सर्वे करून अपॉयंट करपाचे अशें तेणी घातलें WRD मिनिस्टर कडेन फॉलोअप करता ज्यो गोश्टी हायड्रोलॉजिकली कितें सेन्सिटीव इशू आसा तेजे आमी पळयतले पूण हो इशू आयचोच न्ही सर खूब वर्सां हावजान डिक्लेअर जाला NGTन गेला हायकोर्टान गेला खूब कडेन गेले आनी लास्टाक हे आतां हायकोर्ट मॉनिटर करता स्पीकर सर
श्री विजय सरदेसाय.
Speaker sir, I would like to raise the issue of fear and anxiety in the minds of IRB staff for being sidelined for promotions. Speaker sir, Indian Reserve Battalion म्हणते एक neither police nor paramilitary force. 2013 वर्सान तांची सिनियरिटी लिस्ट जेन्ना करता तेन्ना तांकां सेपरेट केल्ले गोवा पुलिसा कडच्यान. आतां 26/4/2022 एक ऑर्डर काडिल्ली आहा in which all gazetted posts of IRB have been merged with Goa Police. Speaker sir, 33 gazetted posts Goa Policean merged केल्ले आहा without taking consideration of the subordinate staff, म्हळ्यार feeder post. आता पयर 19 PSI गोवा पुलीस प्रमोट केल्या, PI केल्या, जे IRB बॅच 2010 ज्युनियर आहात. म्हणटकर एक हांव तुमकां सरकाराक याद करून दिवंक सोदतां की सुप्रीम कोर्टाची एक जजमेंट जाल्या इन केस ऑफ आसाम पुलीस. अशें म्हणटात की वेन एवर देर इज अ मर्जर देर शूड बी कॉमन सिनियरिटी, नाजाल्यार एक पर्टिक्युलर सेक्शनाचेर अन्याय जाता. IRB म्हणटा ती तुमीच वापरतात खूब कडेन, सो तांचेर अन्याय जावंक दिवनाका, प्लीज एक्झामीन दीस इशू. स्पीकर सर, आनी एक मातशें काल मुखेलमंत्र्यान एक रेफरन्स केल्लें टू मायनींग इशू की ECs ट्रान्सफर करपाक प्रॉब्लेम जातलो म्हणून आमी ब्लॉक घेतात म्हणून. हांव तुमकां याद करून दिवंक सोदतां की SLP नंबर 32138 म्हळ्यार मदन लोकूर, गोवा फावंडेशन सेजा, एकूच याद करपाक मातशें मिसलीड जाला. फ्रेश ECs घेवपाक लायल्या, सगळ्यो ECs फ्रेश
पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर
ट्रान्सफर करूंक मेळना.
मागीर करू स्पीकर सर, हाऊस आसाच.
आज गोंयांत मायनिंगेक EC नात. स्पीकर सर, हें फक्त याद करून घेयात.
नेक्स्ट रुजा फर्नांडीस.
अरे तुमचेच मरे ती मायन ओनर तो मरे.
Speaker sir, fear and anxiety in the minds of the people of Santa Cruz constituency due to very bad condition of road causing nuisance and many accidents. What steps will the government take to resolve the same? Speaker sir, म्हाका सांगपाचें आहा की हे रस्ते जे पिड्यार जाल्या, हे रस्ते सारके काबार जाल्या आनी जेन्ना पळय केबल बसयता त्या टायमार पायपलायनी मोडटा. आनी जेन्ना पायपलायन सारकी वता तेन्ना केबल मोडटा. हे आमचे कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सी जावंक कारण ना. ताका लागून मिनिस्टरान हितून इंट्रस्ट घेवन आमकां बरेंतले बरे रस्ते करून दिवचे.
पेपर टू बी लेट, चीफ मिनिस्टर.
एकूच मिनटान सांगता. स्पीकर सर, जे इश्यू जे जाल्ले आसा म्हाका खबर आसा, तेजेच न्ही खूब कडेन जाल्ले आसा. पयर आमी हॉटमिक्स केल्लो वास्को, तो रस्तो इल्लोसो 300 मिटर पिड्यार जाल्लो, तो काडून परतून 2 दीस पयलीं केला आनी आतां बरो जाला अशें आमकां खबर आसा. स्पीकर, आमी रावता, स्पेल जर ड्राय येयलो आमचे कडेन कशें जाता ते भशेन आमी करता. स्पीकर सर, कंटिन्युअस पावस पडले जायना. आय एम अवेअर ऑफ दीस इश्यूज एंड वी विल सी दॅट दीस डज नॉट ऑकर इन द नेक्स्ट रेन. वी विल ट्राय टू सी द सॉल्युशन्स.
पेपर टू बी लेट, चीफ मिनिस्टर.
Sir, I lay on the table the papers shown against my name in today's order.
Okay. Postpone calling attention से Alex Sekera. Yes, yes. Answer. Reply.
सभापती महाशय, जे कॉलिंग अटेन्शन 2 दिसा पयलीं आमदार अलेक्स सिक्वेरान मांडला ताचे आन्सर हांव प्लेस करता. Presently, department is having 341 contract line helpers and 119 contract meter readers. The government does not have any such policy so as to regularize the services of contract employees. Therefore, the contract workers have been asked to apply for the post upon advertisement for the same. The selection is being done on merit by following the prescribed procedure. In case of this contract staff who apply for the direct recruitment post, the department implements the circular issued by Personnel Department dated 27/8/2013, wherein age relaxation for a maximum period of 5 years is being given to the contract workers subject to the conditions stipulated therein. The relevant content of the circular is reproduced here as below. Since the appointment of such contract employees is done by following proper recruitment procedure such as advertisement, interviews, etc., the Cabinet has resolved to relax age limit of contract employees working in various government departments to the extent of their total contractual service subject to a maximum of 5 years to enable them to apply for the post of advertised for direct recruitment subject to the condition that their initial contractual appointment is done through a process of advertisement adhering to condition of the recruitment rules, etc. Since the procedure while employing of the some contract staff was not followed from the year 2000 onwards, 2006 onwards, the content of the said circular will not be applicable regarding relaxation of age. Hence, the age relaxation shall not be possible for the above contract staff where the department has not advertised. It is also to inform that till date, the department has appointed 108 contract line helpers, contract meter readers to the various posts such as line helpers, assistant linemen, wiremen and meter readers through these.
Yes. I am not going to say much against the minister because he is new. But I would like to tell him that this answer of his is bogus. And he has not done his homework. He has been misled by his department. Speaker, sir, I am referring to contract workers who were employed during my tenure as Minister for Power. Speaker, sir, these contract line helpers were employed during, I'm talking of the period from the time my colleague Mr. Digambar Kamath was Power Minister, thereafter during my tenure too. Speaker, sir, the Minister has spoken about a procedure to be followed. Let me bring it to your notice that these posts were advertised. The contract line helpers were called for interviews. They were called for interviews, Speaker, sir, by letter, I have an example before me of Mr. Paul Fernandez. He was called for an interview by a letter issued by the Chief Engineer's Office on 7th October 2011. Speaker, sir, he thereafter attended the interview. He had to undergo certain tests, including pole climbing, etc. On 29th November 2011, a letter of offer was issued by the Office of the Chief Engineer. Speaker, sir, this boy, Paul Fernandez, went for a medical checkup on 9th December 2011. Speaker, sir, on 22nd December 2011, they were issued an order of appointment. Speaker, sir, one second, please. On 27 December, he was relieved from that temporary post as a contract employee. On 28 December, an order was issued giving them, posting them in various subdivisions. Speaker, sir, on 6th of January, an order was issued keeping the order of 28th December in abeyance because of the Model Code of Conduct. And that order clearly stated that this was a temporary thing, and upon lifting of the Model Code of Conduct, they should report at their respective places. Speaker, sir, on 28th December, these line helpers have reported for duty at their new places of posting. Suddenly, on 6th of January, this order was held in abeyance because of the election code. Speaker, sir, subsequent to that, a few of these boys appealed in the High Court. Boys who had money, they could afford to go to the High Court. They appealed in the High Court, 14 of them. And the High Court, and I will read the order of the Chief Engineer. Whereas 14 candidates who were selected for the post of line helper during the recruitment process conducted in the year 2011, but were not appointed to the aforesaid posts, filed a writ petition before the Honorable High Court, being writ petition 664 of 2012. And whereas the Honorable High Court has been pleased to pass the order dated 21st November 2014, disposing the said writ petition in view of the statement that since the petitioners have appeared to the test and have been declared successful, the letter of appointment would be issued in due course. Now, therefore, in compliance of the aforesaid order dated 21st November 2014, the undersigned appoints the said candidates mentioned here under for the post of line helper. Now, here, Speaker, sir, I don't believe the High Court would have issued such an order had the process not to have been followed. Speaker, sir, I believe that you have done great injustice to these line helpers. When I say you, I don't mean, but I mean the government. Has done great injustice to these line helpers. Had they to be taken just because they did not have money to fight their case in the High Court, they would have been today 10, 12 years senior in the hierarchy. And I'm sure many of them would have been promoted from line helper to linesmen and those type of posts. Speaker, sir, it is injustice, and let me not forget to remind you, 99% of these boys belong to the scheduled tribe community. I appeal to your conscience. Throw out this answer that you have given. And if you don't have the records, I will give you here Xerox copies. Please, immediately employ them. Thank you, Speaker, sir.
Even in आमचे पासून थोडे आहे एशकोन जालोले previously left. So if they could consider some appointed and they also belong to the ST community, जात जाल्यार तेही घालपाचे.
श्री दिगंबर कामत.
सर बाब कलीग आलेक्स सिकेर सांगता तें खरें कारण हे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट वर्कर्स पळय तर मिनिस्टराकय खबर आसलें PWD की असोच इशू आशिल्लो PWD ताणें आशिल्लो भोवदा चडशे जाणांचो ताणें प्रश्न तेन्ना सॉल्व केला PWD मध्ये अशे खुबशे जाण आशिल्ले मागीर ते लेबर सोसायटी गेली कितें गेलें पूण तांचे चडशे जाणांचो प्रश्न सुटाव जालो आतां जालां कितें हे आतां आसात आनी हे आतां इतलीं वर्सां काम करता तांचें काम सॅटिस्फॅक्टरी आहा तांचे कडेन सर्टिफिकेट आसा एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियरान दिल्लें एवरी इयर दे टेक ए सर्टिफिकेट देर वर्क इज दे एक्सपेक्ट तांचें काम बरें आसा दे आर वर्क टू द सॅटिस्फॅक्शन म्हाका दिसता तांचे 10-12 वर्सां चालू काम करतकीर तांकां तशेंच दवरप बेजिकली इनजस्टीस मिनिस्टरान कन्सिडर करचें हाव टू फायंड आवट ए सोल्युशन कारण ते खांब्यार चडपाक एक्सपर्ट सगळे टेस्ट ते पास जाता तांचे बाबतींत परफॉर्मन्स कांयच दुबाव नासता एक्झिक्युटीव इंजिनियराक विचारलें जाल्यार तेय सांगतले की तांचे परफॉर्मन्स बरें आसा म्हणजे नवे घेवन तांकां ट्रेन करपा वाट्याचे हे भुरगे बरे आसता आनी इतले वर्सां तांणी काम केलां म्हणजे काल हांवें रेज केल्लो म्युनिसिपालिटीचे वर्कर्स काम करतात अशें रेगुलरायज करता फॉरेस्टाक आसा अशें चीफ मिनिस्टरान सांगिल्लें की आपूण वर्कआवट करता सोल्युशन टू फायंड आवट दॅट दे आर समहाव ऑर अदर रेगुलरायज अशें प्रोसेस फॉलो करून हांव म्हणना प्रोसेस फॉलो करना आसना कारण प्रोसेस फॉलो कर इंटरव्यू आपय तांचो इंटरव्यू घे खांब्यार चडपाक कळटा काय ना तें पळय ते तो प्रोसेस हे करून तुमी तांकां रेगुलरायज करचें प्रिफरन्स दिवचें पयलें प्रिफरन्स तांकां दिवचें बिकॉज ऑफ देअर परफॉर्मन्स बिकॉज दे वर्क फॉर 10-12 years टू द सॅटिस्फॅक्शन ऑफ द ऑथॉरिटी अशी म्हजी मिनिस्टराक विनंती.
Speaker, sir, I have forgot one more point. There is a group of, if I'm not mistaken, around 14-15 boys who have crossed the age of 45. You have just said that there's a relaxation of 5 years. Some of them might have even crossed 50, Speaker, sir. Be humane and see that even those few persons are also regularized.
स्पीकर सर हांव आमच्या एलेक्स सिग्वेरा MLA ताका सपोर्ट करता आनी हो तेणें इशू केला तो बऱ्यातल्या बेगीनच्या बेगीन तो करून घेवचो.
what Alex Bob told, I do not agree fully, because there are number of contract workers with interview and without interview. With interviews, with advertisement, and without interviews, without advertisement.
And this is particular case.
This is the particular case of yours only.
Because it is
during
not
your
it
time.
It is
during
not.
your
No, no,
time.
one second. It is
What
not.
you spoke.
It is not a particular case of my time. It is a
course,
case.
it
One
is-
second. One
see,
second.
There are,
One
there
second.
are candidates.
Let me speak.
Without interviews, let me say.
I
there are
challenge
candidates-
you to show me
minute, let
one
me
case
complete.
in this list.
I didn't disturb you. Let me complete. There are candidates right from 2006 till today which are not advertised. They have not interviewed, but they are in the department. You can ask him when he was the power minister. I do not say that you have not advertised the post. You have advertised the post. And we will come together. There are almost say about 30 candidates from your list who has crossed 50 age. There is one candidate 58. There are three candidates 54. 54. And there are four candidates advertised are maybe around 50 to 53. Now 5 years relaxation, 45 plus 2 for OBC and 3 for ST. If you consider, we can even consider 53, that I will send a circular to personal department and we'll take note of that. Now remaining above 53, that I have to send a file to the personal department. Unless personal department agrees, it will be difficult for us to continue with the process.
Next, calling attention, Dr.
Speaker, sir, 1 minute, please. You all have now started a process for written tests. I would like to ask the Honorable Minister, what are the qualifications of those boys to answer your written tests? Are they educated? They are 99% third, fourth, fifth standard boys, and you are asking them to go through a written test?
समजते मातशें तो फक्त रिटर्न टेस्टूच नाका ताका खांब्यार चडपाचें म्हणून प्रात्यक्षीक करून दाखोवचें पडटा दिस इज नॉट डन बाय द डिपार्टमेंट दिस इज अ सुप्रीम कोर्ट हेचें डिसिजन आसा
Because sir, you don't bring Supreme Court, Speaker sir, here. During my tenure, I have employed so many people. Nothing has been challenged in any court.
Speaker sir, मातसो इंटरव्हीन करता हांव.
100%.
Speaker sir. सगळे जे पोस्ट आसा पळय न्ही म्हणजे सी कॅटेगरींतले पोस्ट सुद्दां अकॉर्डिंग टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट गायडलायन SSC इज कंपल्सरी केल्या त्या खातीर फक्त आमी एकूच हे पोल क्लायंबिंग पोस्ट जे आसा लायनमॅन हेल्पर ताका रिलॅक्सेशन स्पेशल रिलॅक्सेशन घेतला SSC रिलॅक्सेशन घेतला बट ताका रिटर्न टेस्ट जी आहा पळय ताका सिंपल एक रिटर्न टेस्ट तेंच्यांनी दवरल्या तेंच्यांनी बी कितें म्हणजे रिलेटेड टू तेंच्या वर्क रिलेटेड समथींग विचारपाक बट तेंची स्कील टेस्ट जी आहा पळय न्ही स्कील टेस्ट इज क्लायंबिंग ऑन पोल दॅट इज दर स्कील टेस्ट बट डेफिनेटली तुमचो विशय तसो मिनिस्ट्रान ज्या पद्दतीन सांगला पळय न्ही वॉट एवर हाऊ कॅन अकोमोडेट थ्रू रुटीन प्रोसिजर विल
Speaker sir, my humble request to the Chief Minister is, since they were appointed, these are appointed people.
We'll go through the file.
They are appointed people. This is my request. Accommodate these people on priority first.
Department will detail go through the file and deals.
Calling attention.
Speaker sir, I would like to bring to the attention of Honorable Minister of Public Works fear and anxiety in the minds of the people of Keri village in Porye regarding muddy quality water supply through the tap since February 2022. Because on my intervention, the PWD and WRD departments, they've tested the quality of the raw water and they have found high iron content in the water. It's observed that during summer season, the water level in the Anjone Dam goes down, and because of this, all the dirt and the silt gets accumulated in the small basin of water. This dirt and silt contains high amount of iron content, which flows out from the gate, and so the entire water in the check dam becomes turbid. And this is because the leaves and the dead wood which flows from the forest, this gets decayed, and this is one of the reasons that the water content has high iron content. And there is a filtration plant already there, a 2 MLD filtration plant, but it is a pressure filter plant which has only chlorination process.
मेन्शन करत रिप्लाय दितले त्यानंतर परत
ना मातशें एकच सांगता की the
मागीर उलयात.
Okay.
Because the water supply to village Keri, Shirol, Ravan and Goantale and village Panchayat Keri of Pune constituency is from a 2 MLD pressure filter plant. This plant was commissioned in the year 2014. The source of raw water is from Anju Dam through irrigation canal. The treated water quality is monitored on regular interval and periodic samples are tested at Davos Water Testing Laboratory to ensure clean and safe drinking water. On 17 February 2022, as mentioned, the iron content of raw water increased from 0.15 mg per liter to 1.8 mg per liter. The sudden rise in Fe++ concentration was due to the opening of a bottom gate of Anjuya Dam by Water Resource Department. As per the routine measures, the department immediately started the pre-treatment of raw water by dosing the lime to bring down the iron content within the prescribed limit, that is 0.3 mg per liter. The ratio was set as per the iron content in the water, that is approximately alum of 20 ppm and lime 10 ppm. The quality of treated water is being checked on daily basis and the laboratory tests are being done periodically.
Under Rule 16 of Rule of Procedure and Conduct of Business, I move a motion of the, to extend the duration of the sitting of the House by 15 minutes.
And the laboratory tests are being done periodically to ensure that the quality parameters of the treated are within the permissible limits before the water is actually supplied to the end consumers. Further, the lime alum dosing was stopped on 20th May 2022 when the iron content of raw water recorded was less than 0.3 mg per liter. Hence, there should be no fear or anxiety of the mind of consumers of the Keri village.
पूण अजून इवन इन द समर सीजन तांकां अजून उदक येता आनी इवन वेन मॉन्सून स्टार्टेड द क्वालिटी हॅजंट इम्प्रूवड सो आय डोंट नो एक्झॅक्टली द रिजन आय एम टोल्ड दॅट बिकॉज द प्रेशर फिल्टर प्लांट विच इज देर विच इज अ 2 MLD plant, it doesn't it has only like filtration and chlorination process. That aeration process which happens in the big plant in Podoshe is not there in this plant. So this plant can't tackle the high levels of turbidity. So ani plus ani ek 2 MLD so pressure filter plant Keri त्या जाग्यार येवपा आसा. But I feel that if that these changes are not done in the new plant also, where the aeration process is there, then the same water will be there and that same turbidity, this plant also won't be able to take care of the turbidity. Because हे continuous during गिमानी बी अंजुना डॅमान उदक कमी आसा म्हणून ते सगळे डर्ट अक्युमुलेट जाता बट पावसांनी आतां दे आर रिसिवींग द सेम अमाउंट एंड इवन वेन दिस वॉटर गोज टू देयर होम पर्सनल फिल्टर्स ऑल्सो द ड्रिंकिंग वॉटर इन द ग्लासेस दे से इज स्टील a little brown in color. So it is like I feel it is a health hazard and something to worry about because हे म्हणजे तांकां ह्या एक विलेजीन हे आसा because it doesn't happen in the other villages but in this panchayat in few pockets it does happen, not in the whole panchayat but there are few pockets in this panchayat where they receive this kind of water. So I would request Honorable Minister to please look into it and see what is the exact reason and how to solve this issue. And it is not that only this year, Honorable Minister, that it has been happening every year. And गिमानी जाता आणि पावसानी जाता. So exact reason कितें whether because that pressure filter plant doesn't have a aeration process आणि ती सगळी पानां बी थंय decay जाता आणि that leads to the iron content and change in water color. So this is like a health hazard. So much please on priority look into it. Thank you.
Speaker sir, this pressure filter concept is a new concept where water, if you get a little better, is used for. And our old treatment plants. That means where she has put aeration, classification, it takes time. In this plant, this time also we have, in Saloli also we have issues sometimes, because but there what we do is we do backwash and we have a lot of other processes. But here the pressure filter mechanism acts directly in raw water, filters and supplies. What she says about aeration is something we'll have to put additional equipment, and there is place there. Because the purpose of pressure treatment plant waters are basically, they are a very maximum is 5 mld, and then we have put in Honorable CM's constituency where there also water is supplied from the same plants. So it is where pressure is developed, and based on that pressure the things get settled. But here, when raw water itself comes in turbid form, as at this particular instance what you said was, Speaker sir, is because the Anjuya dam, the bottom gate was opened, and there was all accumulation in the dam, which came out with this, which made the problem of this. Anyhow, we will see what best we can do. We can try to improve, and we will look into the same, and whatever necessary measures are required. Because this issue will not only come to you, this issue will come to all water treatment plants where pressure filter is being used. Whereas the conventional water treatment plant, these issues are little less, because they have a lot of aeration, water separation and all that process. So we will look into it, as we have pointed out, we will examine it and we will try to bring solutions. And that is why we, in the new plants, which now my honorable colleague from Mandre was saying that I also want on the same line, because we require smaller area for putting a water pressure plant. But unfortunately, they have their own setbacks. Like this is one of the setbacks where the aeration does not happen. And that's why water treatment plant, we go to the conventional method. But we will find some new mechanism where we can tag along with that, and we will find solution.
Thank you.
Yes. सभागृहाचे कामकाज 2:30 पर्यंत स्थगित करता.